In today's video, we're going to talk about dependencies, some common challenges that appear with dependencies, advantages to mapping them, and lastly, how to manage them. What's up everybody, Helena here from Airfocus, the product management tool that enables you to confidently prioritize what to work on next, build and share clear roadmaps, and collaborate on strategy. Let's kick things off by looking at what a dependency is. A dependency describes the relationship among activities and specifies the particular order in which they need to be performed. Dependencies arise in every decision-making, planning, and developing process and are ideally predetermined. Tasks can be successors and predecessors to other tasks, whereby the instant of each execution may be aligned accordingly. Dependencies have a direct impact on the progress of product development and arise frequently in cross-functional product teams. That's why it's so important that dependencies are clearly mapped out and planned for to avoid any disruptions to overall product development. To configure a dependency, the type of reliance between a pair can be further defined by one of the following relationship models. First, we have the finish-to-start dependency. The finish-to-start dependency is the most common relationship between two tasks. The predecessor task must be finished before another task, then the successor can start. Next, the start-to-start dependency. Here, the predecessor must have started before the dependent task can start. The finish of either task is unaffiliated. Following up, the finish-to-finish dependency. The successor can only finish after the predecessor has finished. The successor's start doesn't rely on the predecessor and can begin before, after, or at the same time. Lastly, the start-to-finish dependency. The start-to-finish is the least common relationship between two tasks. The successor has already started and cannot finish until the predecessor has started as well. Dependencies can occur between teams, initiatives, or deliverables. One very common example of an internal dependency would be requiring another team to do something within their own function before developers are able to deploy a new feature. This could be needing your design team to finish creating sketch files in order for your engineering team to implement them. Now, let's move on to some common challenges dependencies bring. Common challenges appear when dependencies are connected to external contributors. These so-called risky dependencies may occur when software from a third party represents a key component to your product, or a task dependency has a constraint and its completion process cannot be forecasted. Another difficulty may be to identify dependencies in the first place. It's important to stay on top of them when a project gains traction and becomes more complex. Visualizing dependencies asserts the task management and timeline of any project schedule. Especially when managing a cross-functional team, it's crucial to substantiate the level of awareness by including dependencies and status reports into the product roadmap. However, there are multiple approaches in doing so. Whether depicting dependencies in a Gantt chart diagram, table, or with other means, it will enable the team to reevaluate commitment and to object to any impractical measures if necessary. Lastly, let's look at how you can manage a dependency effectively. Dependencies aren't inherently problematic, but they do require a focused approach to product planning to reduce the risk of any issues. As products grow in features and functions, they naturally grow in complexity. This increased complexity means that knowing where dependencies exist well ahead of time is critical to successful product development, regardless of whether a development team works in a startup environment or inside an established organization. Effective road mapping is one of the most effective ways to reduce any potential risks of dependencies. For example, say your design team has an unexpected delay and they need a few more days to complete some mock-ups. Development, QA, marketing, and sales will need to know about it well ahead of time in order to minimize disruption. This can be effectively handled with a dedicated product management and road mapping tool. This will enable you to communicate the progress of all dependencies across key stakeholders in real time. If you want to take full advantage of your roadmap, you can use a road mapping and prioritization tool like airfocus with a built-in prioritization matrix. airfocus enables you to visually map out your priorities on a chart and transform your priorities into an actionable roadmap at the click of a button. Put the airfocus prioritization templates to the test with our 14-day free trial and find out in minutes what you should focus on first. If you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments section and make sure to subscribe so that you can be notified of our new actionable guides and tutorials. And of course, until next time, happy planning!